Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are we today? We are back again with another Tess Holliday video. Now, today a video was recommended to me from TikTok that she uploaded about 2 or 3 days ago. I'm not too sure. But either way though, this video itself has the hashtag of F your standards. In fact, her page says hashtag F your standards. Tell me something, ladies and gentlemen, before we even get into this video. How can anyone have a certain standard if those standards are standards that they won't even look to do themselves? They won't even look to achieve, to inspire, to even try to do themselves. Let's play the clip and then we'll get into the conversation, if you dig what I'm saying.
Hi, this is just a reminder that just because you're fat doesn't mean that you gotta settle, okay? Okay, just making sure.
Here's the thing. She's not wrong. Just because you're someone that's overweight, obese, or someone that's underweight, anorexic, or looks a certain type of way, it doesn't mean that you should be looking to lower your standards at any kind of capacity. It doesn't mean that you should be looking to settle at any kind of capacity. But here's the thing though. Let's talk about standards. Make sure whatever standard you're making are standards that you can live up to. Because at the end of the day, there is no point of setting standards that you have no intentions to even try, let alone even have done to set for someone else to be in your life. Now, Tess Holliday is someone that we know, without a shadow of a doubt, when she sets standards that she doesn't necessarily have any intentions of doing. Let's look at it this way. On her page, it says that she's queer. But I know that she's got a child, she's got a daughter. And I know obviously, therefore, she was obviously a man. I saw him once upon a time, okay? He was in reasonable shape, okay? You know, he wasn't obese or nothing like that. So he was in good shape, reasonable, good health. Fantastic. So with that being said, we know that the standards that she has for when it comes to dating men, at least anyway. When it comes to women, I cannot confirm because I haven't seen any of the women that she has dated as if she is queer, just that the page says it was. I only found that out literally today. So with this being said though, in life, you can set a standard to say that, hey, even though I'm fat, even though I'm obese, I want a man that is fit. I want a man that is in good shape. Okay, cool. But let's look at it this way. If you date a man that is in shape, or even a woman that is in shape for that matter, and you are out of shape, that person could be someone that could be looking to enable you depending on how they act. But here's the thing though. If that person is someone that encourages you to eat, straight away we know they're an enabler. But if that person is someone that does not encourage you to eat, but yet doesn't encourage you to live a better life of health, that person is still an enabler, regardless. Okay? So to be honest with you, this persona of certain people, certain standards to want a man or a woman of a certain physique or of a certain health standard is ridiculous when you're not looking to meet up to those standards yourself. Because here's the thing, a real man or a real woman that wants to date someone, they won't have an issue with dating someone when they are obese, plus size and whatnot. But what they'll have an issue with is if that person chooses to not want to better their health. That's what a real man or a real woman would expect from their partner. That's just the bottom line, because at the end of the day, if somebody falls in love with you today and you know you're out of shape, understand this person wants to be in your life for as long as possible. But if you're choosing to not look after yourself, it means you're not going to be in their life for as long as possible. And this is where we can talk about standards. If a man or a woman leaves you because you're not looking after your health, well, it's not because you're fat and obese, because otherwise they wouldn't have been with you in the first place. It's because they know that you don't care to look after yourself. They know that their introduction in your life isn't enough for you to want to change your ways so you can live a longer, not necessarily a better, but a longer, healthier life. Look at Becky, for example. Becky and Amber Lynn. Becky's already stated numerous times that one of the reasons she's leaving Amber Lynn really is because she's unable to live a healthy life. In fact, not only is she unable to live a healthy life because of Amber Lynn Reid, but she gets called an enabler every single day. And she obviously knows that she doesn't want to be labeled that because that's not what she aspires to be. So therefore, she has to leave the current partner that she's with that is allowing her to feel like as if she's an enabler. And to make it worse, the fact that she's with a partner that's also encouraging her to eat food as well and not support her makes it even worse. And that's something that I can respect about Becky. Obviously, for people who don't know who Becky is, don't worry about it. You don't need to get into that universe. Believe me, stay clear. But with that being said though, you let me know. When it comes to setting standards, should we be setting standards that we do not look to meet ourselves or standards that we haven't even met ourselves? Because as far as I'm concerned, sometimes there's certain standards that you want to meet, but you need to be around certain people that's going to give you that oomph. That I can respect, as long as you're going to follow through. But then there's people who are just like, I just want a man that looks like that. I just want a woman that looks like that. But here's the thing though, you're not bringing anything to the table in any kind of capacity that says you're looking for the same standards that you're setting for them. If you dig what I'm saying. And 100%, you would not like it if they were setting standards for you that they could not meet neither. Otherwise, your relationship becomes toxic, becomes stagnant. It becomes anything that just isn't good. But listen, let me know what you're thinking in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, because as far as I'm concerned, as much as I agree that just because you're fat, it doesn't mean you should lower. It doesn't mean you should just settle your. It doesn't mean you should settle. I do agree, but at the same time, though, because this is Tess Holliday saying it and saying F your standards. Listen, darling, set yourself some standards that are long term, shall I say? Let me know what you're thinking in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll meet you guys down there. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and we're done, and we're out. Peace.